on, guys? It's your boy Dylan the Villain coming back at you once again with some Total Extreme Wrestling 2020. It is Monday, week 1, April of 1997. It is the day after WrestleMania. For those of y'all who did not watch WrestleMania, stop the video right now. Go watch WrestleMania. There's going to be some spoilers in this episode ahead. Please, if you have not watched WrestleMania, stop the video. Go watch WrestleMania. But without further ado, it is time for some Monday Night Raw. In an abysmal pre-show match, the Hardy Boys defeat the Job Squad in 13:26 when Matt Hardy pinned Bob Holly with an Omega event. The match got a 44, Matt Hardy with a 33, Jeff with a 39, Bob 46, and Al Snow with a 47. Like always, the Hardys, excellent chemistry and tag team specialist, announcing quality, and Al Snow is getting better at his gimmick. Here we go. Next segment. It is another pre-show. On an abysmal pre-show, Lance Storm defeated Taka Michinoku in 13:10 by submission with a single leg Boston Crab. Lance Storm with a 41 and Taka with a 34. Pretty much, I'm going to start showing these guys. These guys are what we call, I don't like how the new, what's the word I'm looking for? How your roster is set up now. You don't have main eventers and upper mid-carders, lower mid-carders, and openers. But a lot of these guys on the pre-show are what would be openers. Their popularity is not quite where I want it. I like people to have a popularity between like 40 to about 50 before I start putting them on the main show. Somewhere around there. And so I'm going to start booking these guys on Shotgun Saturday Night and the pre-show of Monday Night Raw. Hopefully bring up their pop in front of a live audience. But let's go ahead and start the show. We open up tonight. And once again, if you have not watched WrestleMania, stop the show right now. This is your last chance. Stop the show and go watch WrestleMania and then come back and watch it. Okay, y'all watch WrestleMania? You're back? Are you ready for some Monday Night Raw? We open up the show with Shane McMahon. His music hits. He comes out to the ring. He doesn't have a smile on his face. He gets in the ring, and the first thing he says was, last night, we seen a man who likes to wear face paint, run around, a man who's not even a signed World Wrestling Federation wrestler, a man who doesn't even have a contract, wants to show up on our flagship show and somehow make a name for himself by hitting my dad over the head with a ball bat. And then, is he the man who's manipulating the Undertaker for the Undertaker to do these horrible things he done? Is Sting the reason why my mom is no longer with us? Well, Sting, you want to come out and hit an old man with a baseball bat and leave him in the hospital, then you got to deal with me. And now that I'm in charge now, and I'm booking matches, if you're here tonight, if you're in the arena, I know that you like to hide in the rafters over there in WCW. I know you like to hide in the crowd or underneath the ring, wherever the hell you're hiding. I don't have time for your hocus pocus. I want you to be a man and come out here tonight and face me one-on-one in the ring. I don't care if you bring Undertaker. I don't care if you bring Kane. I don't even know if you're associating with them, or if they're just pawns, if you're just manipulating them. I don't know what's going on. But you ain't going to attack my dad and leave him in the hospital. And I may be in charge until he gets back, but until he gets back, I'm in charge and I'm booking matches. And I want to face you. And Shane keeps talking about calling out Sting. Then Bret Hart's music comes up. And Bret Hart comes out. Shane kind of looks aggravated. Bret Hart gets in the ring and he goes, Shane, I'm sick and tired of hearing you whine about your dad, about your mom, about this and that. Yes, I'm sorry that The Undertaker killed your mother. I'm sorry that Sting hit your dad over the head with a bat after The Undertaker already decimated him at WrestleMania. But we got more important business to attend to. Last night, I beat Austin to a bloody pulp, and I made him pass out in the middle of the ring. I won my match. I'm the winner. And as that contract stated, the winner of me and Austin's WrestleMania match will be the #1 contender for the World Wrestling Federation World Heavyweight Title. And I want my title shot tonight. And Shane goes, well, Bret, I think, and then all of a sudden we hear the glass shatter, and Steve Austin comes out. Steve Austin's doing his cocky little walk, and he's bobbing his head. He's already talking shit all the way to the ring. Steve Austin gets in the ring. He goes, now wait just a damn minute, son. The last time I checked, that was an I quit match. And the only way you can win was to make your opponent say I quit. And I don't ever remember uttering those words out of my mouth last night. Yeah, I give you credit to where credit's due. You whooped my ass from one ring post to the other, just like I whooped your ass from one ring post to the other. But I'll be goddamned if you made my ass say I quit. I'd rather pass out in pain than to utter those words and give you the satisfaction of making me quit, son. So the way that I look at it, you didn't win a damn thing. And you ain't #1 contender for anything. Already beat you in the past multiple times. Already beat you in the past multiple times. So if anybody deserves the title shot, it should be me. And Shane goes, well, I'm glad both of y'all are out here. Because I wanted to address what happened last night at WrestleMania with y'all's match. And I just want to say, if anybody deserves a title shot, it should be, and all of a sudden you hear, you think you can tell us what to do? And DX's music hits, and out comes Triple H with the Intercontinental Championship slung over his shoulder. He comes out, and Shane looks upset already. He's starting to get aggravated. And Bret and Austin kind of look at each other like, what the hell is Triple H doing out here? You know? And then Triple H comes to the ring. He gets in the ring, he goes, listen, if anybody deserves a match for the World Wrestling Federation Heavyweight Title tonight, it's somebody who actually won his match last night at WrestleMania. Not win by a technicality, not lose by a technicality. I've actually beat my opponent 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the ring last night. And is he here in the building tonight? No. Nobody can find him. I did exactly what I said I was going to do, and I was going to send his ass packing to WCW, where he belongs, or the unemployment line. I don't give a damn where that Neanderthal Bigfoot goes to. So if anybody deserves a World Wrestling Federation Championship match tonight against Dwayne Gill, it's me. And all of a sudden you hear, if you smell what The Rock is cooking, and then all of a sudden The Rock's music hits, and he comes out. And The Rock has a microphone, and he goes, now hold on just a minute. Each of y'all have y'all's own claim to the World Wrestling Federation Heavyweight Championship. Last night I was in the match for the vacant World Wrestling Federation Heavyweight Championship, and I was screwed out of my title. I whooped Dwayne Gill's ass. I had the match won multiple times if it wasn't for that slimy little punk-ass hillbilly redneck chicken fucker Jim Cornette. I would have been the World Wrestling Federation World Heavyweight Champion. I would have been the youngest champion in history. And then all of a sudden Shane goes, enough. I've had enough of this. I had enough. None of y'all deserve a shot at the World Wrestling Federation World Heavyweight Title. There's other men who won at the pay-per-view. Kane won his match. Vader won his match. Hell, even Owen Hart, your brother Bret, won his match against Cactus Jack. There's other people in line who wants a shot. But, hey, you know what? I've read the contract. I read it over Bret and Steve. Y'all too? Yeah. No, this rivalry is far from over between y'all two. So tonight, in our main event, we're going to have a WrestleMania rematch. And this time, it ain't going to be an I Quit match. It ain't going to be a last man standing. It ain't going to be none of that. It's going to be false count anywhere, anything goes, must be a winner. If your opponent passes out from pain, you win the match. You make your opponent say, I quit, you win the match. You beat your opponent to where he can't get up and walk out on his own, you win the match. There must be a winner, and there will be a winner tonight. And then The Rock looks at him and goes, well, what about me? Huh? What about me? I got screwed out of my WWF World Heavyweight Title match at WrestleMania. And Shane goes, Rocky, I agree. You did get screwed. And Hunter, you did win your match. But you are the Intercontinental Champion. And the way I see it, yeah, you're Intercontinental Champion. You should be first in line for a World Wrestling Federation title shot. World Heavyweight title shot. Why, my dad and myself personally has always looked at the Intercontinental Championship as a stepping stone to bigger and better opportunities. So, Rocky, you never won the Intercontinental Championship. Hell, I don't even believe you had a match for the Intercontinental Championship. And Triple H, you are the Intercontinental Champion. And as champion, you must defend your title. So here tonight, why don't we have a huge pay-per-view co-main event? In our main event, we'll have Bret Hart versus Steve Austin, must be a winner. And the winner of that match will be the number one contender for the World Wrestling Federation title. But Triple H, Rock, y'all will face for the Intercontinental Championship. And the winner of that match, why, whoever wins that match, I just might make y'all the next in line for the World Wrestling Federation World Heavyweight title. All men kind of look at each other for a minute, and they kind of all just, Triple H and The Rock ain't too happy, but The Rock's happy that he's having an opportunity to prove himself once again, and Bret and Steve are just ready to lay each other out in tonight's main event. We're going to move on to our next segment. Sorry that last segment was too long. In a bout that had superb wrestling and little heat, the Steiners defeat the Godwins when Scott Steiner submitted Henry O'Godwin with the Steiner recliner, not the camel clutch, a Steiner recliner. Scott with a 73, Rick with a 67. The Godwins both with a 46 and a 47 respectively. The Steiners with the tag team specialist, and also the Godwins with the tag team specialist. Match got a 67. Match could have did better, but it's our opening bout of the night. We move on to the next segment. Oh, yes. In this segment, Scott Steiner grabs the mic and he goes, I can't believe that nobody is talking about the biggest. Everybody's talking about what happened to Vince McMahon. Everybody's talking about what happened to Vince McMahon. Everybody's talking about what happened to Kid Shamrock. Or everybody's talking about what happened to Cactus Jack McFoley, Mankind, Doolove, whatever the hell he wants to call himself. But nobody's talking about what happened to the Steiners. Nobody's talking about what happened to me. Huh? I got beat by a little freaking pissant jabroni who probably doesn't even know how to wipe his own ass. Better yet, he don't even know a wrist lock from a wristwatch. And we got screwed out of our WWF World Tag Team Championship titles. And I'm sick of it. And all of a sudden the lights just go out. And they come back on. And you see these two young guys, both wearing trench coats, One's wearing a trench coat, and they both have shades on, and they're both standing there, and it looks like they have like a, oh man, I don't know what to call it. They both have like cups in their hand, and both of them have blood dripping down from their faces. And the Steiner brothers are laid out in the ring with blood all over them, what appears to be blood all over them. And then all of a sudden, the lights start flashing, and they jump back into the crowd, and they leave. They just vanish. It looks like they beat the Steiners up and doused them in blood or something, and they just left. I don't know what's going on in this segment. We're going to move on to our next segment, and it is a promo from The Rock. And Michael Cole stops The Rock backstage. Rock's going back into his locker room, and he stops him and he goes, Rocky, may I please interview you for just a second? Rock goes, make it quick. He goes, last night, we all heard it. We all watched WrestleMania. Hint, hint. We all seen WrestleMania. We know what happened. You got you had the match won and you got screwed out of the World Wrestling Federation title. But now you have another opportunity to become champion tonight when you face the Intercontinental Champion Triple H. How do you feel, and do you think that you can beat Triple H? Do I think? How do I feel? Do I think I can beat Triple H? Do I think I can beat Triple H? Who the hell are you? What is your name? Well, my name's Michael. It doesn't matter what your name is. And I'm going to tell you one thing. It doesn't matter what you think. It doesn't matter what anybody thinks. It doesn't even matter what I think, because I know I'm going to beat Triple H's candy ass from one ring post to the other, all around the arena. I'm going to take my size 14 boot, turn that sumbitch sideways, and stick it straight up his candy ass, and he's going to be checking in first class into the SmackDown Hotel. Because if you smell what The Rock is cooking, and he walks into his dressing room and he shuts the door. We move on to the next segment, which I believe it is... yes. It is the Jeff Jarrett and Shane Helms. Now, for those of y'all watch WrestleMania, who's been keeping up with the series, you know that this unlikely duo are our new World Wrestling Federation World Tag Team Champions. Shane Helms pulled up the upset and beat Scott Steiner at the pay-per-view. I believe it was Shane Helms. I believe it's been about a couple weeks since I booked WrestleMania, so it's not quite fresh in my head, but I believe it was Shane Helms who ended up picking up the win. But this unlikely pair came together when Shane Helms offered Jeff Jarrett personal security. As we know, Jeff Jarrett's a big-time country recording artist, Double J, you know. He's touring all around the world as a country singer, and on his part-time, he's also a professional wrestler. Shane Helms offered him security. Shane Helms is his head of security, Shane Helms. And they're backstage, and we're going to go into the segment. And you see Jeff Jarrett and Shane Helms, and they're sitting there. You know, they're holding the tag team titles. They're enjoying the night out in town. It's pretty much a segment of them just enjoying the night out on town. And Jeff Jarrett goes, man, now that we're World Tag Team Champions, you know, like, I can't believe that we beat the Steiners. And Shane Helms goes, yeah. He's like, man, I've had so many people come up to me that I'm going to have to hire my own security team. And Jeff Jarrett goes, what do you mean, your own security team? Like, how are you going to protect me? You're my security, and how are you going to protect me if you have security? And Shane Helms goes, well, you know, I don't know, but he's just like, I've been having fans hassle me and try to get my autographs and take pictures. And he's like, I love my fans, don't get me wrong, but he's just like, sometimes I just want to get in my hotel room and get out. Jeff Jarrett goes, yeah, I thank you for many a times for you just pushing fans out of the way and letting them get to me and stuff like that. He goes, I'll tell you what, man. He goes, this is not the Double J Worldwide Tour anymore. Oh no. This is the Double J and Shane Helms World Tour now of 97, brother. Shane Helms goes, yeah, man. Yeah. So, about the security, do you think that I need to get my own security? Jeff Jarrett goes, well, hell, you're tag team champion now, man. He's like, yeah, go ahead and hire your own security team. Shane Helms goes, all right, bro. I'm going to go look for the best of the best to be my security team. Just like I'm the best for you, I'm going to find what's the best for me. Jeff Jarrett goes, well, all right, buddy. And they walk off. And that's pretty much that segment. In a bout that had superb wrestling and a little heat, Rey Mysterio defeated Jushin Thunder Liger by pinfall with a springboard hurricanrana. Rey Mysterio Jr. makes defense number 1 of the WWF Light Heavyweight Title. As y'all know, Rey Mysterio became our first ever WWF Light Heavyweight Champion when he beat Chris Jericho in the tournament for the title. After the match, the board of directors come down. They present, at WrestleMania, they presented him with a trophy. Tonight, they unveil, they have the big thing after the match, and they present him with the Light Heavyweight title. It's real nice. Red leather belt. Looks real prestigious. Looks real nice. Very beautiful belt. They hand it to Rey Mysterio. They ask Rey Mysterio, you know, how does he feel? Is he happy that he won? And Rey Mysterio goes to talk, and all of a sudden we see a fan jump over the barricade and hit Rey Mysterio from behind. And, you know, the board of directors, they kind of split up, and they're like, what the hell? Security tries to run in, and this guy just starts beating the hell out of security. He starts beating the hell out of everybody. And it is Eddie Guerrero. Eddie Guerrero, he's just kicking Rey Mysterio while he's down. And he goes, you didn't forget about me, Rey, did you? You didn't forget about me. Wherever you go, Mexico, Canada, Japan, wherever you go, Rey, I'll be there to let you know that you are nothing. That you are nothing. You think you're Mexico's finest? You think you're the best that Mexico has to offer? I'm the best that Mexico has to offer. I am a Latino idol, an icon to the Latino people. You think you're the best? And then all of a sudden security grabs him and handcuffs him and stuff like that. And he spits on Rey, and Rey's still laying in the ring. And they have EMTs and paramedics come down to check on Rey and stuff like that. But Eddie Guerrero, he jumped. He came out of the crowd and attacked Rey Mysterio Jr. What is going on? What is going on? Hopefully we can get some answers soon. But what is going on? Eddie Guerrero from the crowd attacking Rey Mysterio Jr. at his big ceremony for the WWF Light Heavyweight title. We move on to the next segment. And it is Goldust taking on Ahmed Johnson. Goldust defeats Ahmed Johnson by 7:36 by pinfall with a bulldog. The match got a 66. Goldust with a 78. And Ahmed with a 69. Nice. Goldust with crowd support. Everybody loves Goldust. And after the match, after he beat Ahmed, Goldust takes the microphone. And Goldust says, well, Michael Cole interviews him, but Goldust says, I dedicate that match to the one that I've been watching for months and months and months. My last woman ran off with some degenerate, and it broke me inside. I've been trying to nurse my wounds and to heal from the pain that I've felt and that I've suffered, but no more will I be held down or pushed aside or overlooked. My time is now, and I won that match for you, darling. For you, lover. You are everything that I want to be and that I aspire to be. You are just the definition of beauty, and I want you. I follow you. I write you letters. Yes, that's me. I write you letters. I write you notes. I write you everything. Send you flowers, candies. That is all me. And I won this match for you. And Michael Cole goes, who are you talking to? And Goldust just smiles real big at him. And leaves the ring. We move on. Segment got an 86. That's not bad at all. We move on to the next segment. Yes. Okay. Yes. My mind went blank when I seen this. I was like, wait a minute. I thought that was later. But no, it is right now. So, yeah, it is later. Okay, so we show. So I kind of messed up there. That was just a promo of Vader, basically saying that he won his match, and he's out to get Dwayne Gill, and he's looking to get Dwayne Gill in a bout that had sensational wrestling and fantastic heat. The Rock drew with Triple H following a double disqualification when Chris Jericho ran in and attacked both The Rock and Triple H. Chris Jericho attacking both The Rock and Triple H. What the hell is going on? And after the match, a fucking 100. Chris Jericho stands in the middle of the ring. He does his signature taunt. Right? And he grabs the Intercontinental title and he looks at it. And he goes, he looks at it and he lays it back down. And then he looks right at the hard cam and he goes, I'm the main event. I'm the main event. And then he just walks off. He goes on. I apologize for the previous segment of Vader and Dwayne Gill. I thought it was something else, and I thought I forgot somebody in the segment, but I did not. It's pretty much Vader saying, like, he didn't forget about Dwayne Gill. He didn't forget about Jim Cornette stabbing him in the back, and he's out to get Dwayne Gill. Dwayne Gill can run. Dwayne Gill can hide wherever he wants to. But he is going to get Dwayne Gill one way or the other. But this segment got a 100. It gained heat for the storyline. That storyline's about to advance. That was supposed to end at WrestleMania, so I don't know why it's still advancing. But it did a masterful job. Everything did great. Chris Jericho attacked both Triple H and The Rock with a steel chair at the match. Referee threw the match out, and Chris Jericho says, "No, bro. Like, I'm the main event. Like, these two jabronis, still in The Rock's catchphrase here, but these two ass clowns. There we go. There's Jericho. These two ass clowns don't deserve to be in the main event or the co-main event. I deserve to be in the main event. I deserve to be champion. Me. I'm the best in the world at what I do. Not these two. Me." We move on to the next segment. And it is a hype promo, a video of how these two men have got here. They wrestled at WrestleMania. This is the rematch the next night on Monday Night Raw. Steve Austin with a patch over his head where he's been busted open, just like Bret Hart. Both men have been busted open in the match. Both men bled like pigs. Both men beat each other like the government mule, like Jim Ross says. This is it. This is the rematch. Free, live, on television. Winner must be a winner. There has to be a winner of this match. And the winner and the new #1 contender for the World Wrestling Federation World Heavyweight Title is Bret the Hitman Hart in an incredible match, a 95. Awesome stuff. Bret Hart defeated Steve Austin in 13:04 by pinfall with a victory roll-up when Owen Hart ran in and distracted Steve Austin. It was supposed to be distracted, not attacked. Owen Hart came in and distracted Steve Austin. Bret and Steve have excellent chemistry, and it showed in their performance. We already knew that. And Steve Austin with the crowd support. We move on to the final segment, and after the match, they both beat Steve Austin. Steve Austin's laid out. Owen gets his chair. They hit him. They're standing in the ring. And then Owen and Bret hug each other. And Owen and Bret raises each other's hands. What is going on? What is going on, guys? What is going on? As we last seen, Owen Hart pretty much said that he is going to win his match against Cactus Jack. And he is going to become the World Wrestling Federation champion. What is going on? Did Bret offer his brother some type of deal to help him win this match? We don't know. We don't know what's going on. But Bret Hart is the new #1 contender. They're both men celebrating the ring. They are both happy. We end the show. The show got an 86. We gained popularity in 32 regions. We would have gained one in Canada, and the general feeling is WWF doesn't have enough interesting storylines going on, which I have to say is true because we ended a lot of storylines at WrestleMania, so we have to start some new ones. So hopefully we can get the ground up and running with the storylines. Let's go ahead and finish that. Anyway, like always, guys, thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for liking the video. Thank y'all for watching the video. Thank y'all for subscribing. Please leave a like and comment. It lets the YouTube and suggests that this video should be watched by other people. I would love it if it helps out the channel a lot. It really does. I love when people watch it and leave comments, and whether negative or good, you know, if you say, hey, you fucking suck at doing this and your storytelling sucks, hey man, it motivates me to get better at what I'm doing. I can only get better with every episode. Like you've seen, I kind of effed up. I forgot about the Vader Dwayne Gill segment again. I'll run down the card once again. Yeah, the Dwayne Gill Vader promo, it's pretty much Vader saying that Dwayne Gill's not off the hook. He's coming for Dwayne Gill. He's going to find Dwayne Gill. Dwayne Gill's not there tonight. After his match against The Rock, Dwayne Gill is the new WWF World Champion. But he pretty much saying that he's coming for his ass. He doesn't care who the #1 contender is. He's coming for him. And as soon as he sees Dwayne Gill and Jim Cornette show up in the arena, he's gonna kill them both. The Rock went WQ with Triple H for the Intercontinental title when Jericho interfered, and Owen Hart interfered in the Bret and Austin match, helping his brother Bret Hart win the match against Steve Austin. Let's see what WCW did. We did 86, and we did 10 points better than them. WCW is trash, brother. It's trash, brother. Somebody defeated Tombstone. They named the guy Tombstone. But anyway, these are for me. Until next time, guys, thank you for liking, watching, subscribing to the video. Leave a comment down below telling me that, you know, you liked it, you hate it, I suck, you know, whatever. Leave a comment down below. It helps out the channel a lot. Leaving a like, it lets other people, you know, it suggests it for other people. You know how the YouTube algorithm works, or whatever it's called. But anyway, guys, like always, this is your boy Dylan the Villain. And if you can't play with each other, then play with yourself. See you on the next one, guys. Later.